Jadon Sancho, you were that guy. It's been a tough start to life at Manchester United for the young Englishman, touted as a generational talent, surrounded by so much hype after his arrival from Borussia Dortmund, and things have just gone downhill. Not particularly as a fault of his own, because we all know Manchester United right now are currently a shambolic mess. However, his form, injuries, and game time really haven't lived up to the hype, resulting in him not being picked by Gareth Southgate to be on the plane to Qatar for the World Cup, and he's literally gone ghost on Instagram. Disaster class after disaster class for United. I've seen way too many Twitter memes to count. The slander this kid gets is downright disrespectful at times. He's barely spent a year at Old Trafford and people are already expecting Ballon d'Or-esque numbers from him. And now that's why I think it's time for a Jadon Sancho career revival. What on earth happened after his move to United? Well, the arrival of Cristiano Ronaldo didn't help, plus the manager sackings and all the club drama. It hasn't been the best environment for Sancho to thrive and conquer. Today, we're aiming to get Sancho's career back on track. Still at only 22 years of age, he has got time. He's on a mission to make that number 25 an iconic kit number at United and to be marveled at all across the world. Can play it on either side of the flanks, left wing, right wing, left midfielder. We could potentially even convert him to a centre forward striker. The possibilities are literally endless. We all know how dangerous he can be on the ball, providing assists, scaring defenders. His dark green stats are already impressive, like 89 dribbling, 86 ball control. Trust me, he's got some tricks in his locker as he has finesse, shot, flair, and playmaker traits all available. 5-star skill moves was a given, but we've got to improve that weak foot. For season 1, we want 5-star baby, so we'll be applying the inverted winger development plan, getting him to put that work in on the training grounds, get back in the good books, and hopefully become a holy son of the Stretford end. As he starts this season with a market value of £45.5 million, we want to break through to that 100 million plus range. Potentially, who knows, even win him a Ballon d'Or along the way. I'm sorry, those sleeve tats are just way too good to be covered up. For us, Jadon Sancho will be starting in our first team in that front three trident of Sancho, Rashford, and Antony, looking to wreak havoc in the Premier League and beyond. As tactically, we want our boy to stay forward and not defend, cut inside, get in behind with his support runs. Now that Erik ten Hag is finally in the game, face scanned up and ready, let's get this Sancho career revival underway. With our revival approach, obviously our first priority is Jadon's career, but you know, the team he's playing for, United, we gotta hope they achieve some success on the pitch, because the better they do, the better Jadon does in the long term. As United finish in third, securing Champions League football, City to run away with the title, Liverpool runners up, and Chelsea claim that fourth spot as Aston Villa are up in fifth. I think it's safe to say that the Red Devils are back. Over in the FA Cup, Newcastle United took that one out at Wembley, as Sancho's United failed to even make it past round 3 against Coventry in the replay, losing on penalties. No silverware to report on yet as Liverpool take home the Carabao Cup. United losing out in the semis to cross-down rival City's 5-4 in aggregate. Europa League didn't prove to be too much of a problem as they finished top of the group and made their way to the round of 16, where they faced Inter and got knocked out pretty early doors. 4-2 on aggregate to the Italians, and they went on to lose the final to Atletico. The days roll on, still no silverware to Sancho's name, but he has climbed up the ranks to be the third highest overall player in the United roster, turning 23, and the Englishman has grown a +4 in his overall, now standing at an 87. That is more than an exceptional campaign. You love to see it, putting in that work on the training grounds, and the results have paid in dividends. Getting some insane production from the lads, numbers we haven't seen since the Dortmund days. He's entered demon mode this season alongside Cristiano leading the attack, 49 appearances each, 17 goals, 12 assists, double figures in both categories, and he earned himself a 7.15 average match rating, which was higher than CR7 himself. I guess that's what a season with no injuries looks like. The number 25 proven doubters wrong and also earning himself that 5-star weak foot. The only stats close to maxing out is dribbling and ball control, both in the 90s. However, his stamina has improved up to a 74, which we all know is probably one of the most important attributes in career mode. He's still got all of his traits, and we probably need to sign him up on a brand new deal. We need to get this man paid, as he is now valued on the transfer market at £79 million. That season, he had earned himself a 73% rise. It's the comeback story that all United fans want to see, and season 1 has been nothing short of amazing. Let's hope he can build upon those performances in his second season of the video, but his third year at Old Trafford. Now, it's only fair that Sanch gets a pay grade upgrade. He's the highest valued player on the roster. At United, he is the man. Crucial first team squad role, 1-year extension, and 200k a week. He's collecting a pretty penny, but at the end of the day, if he repays us with goals and assists, I am more than happy to pay him the big bucks. He's earned it. This time around in development plans, his training this year is going to be focusing on that attack and work rate. The wide winger plan will be applied, focusing on sprint speed, crossing, curve, agility and balance, hopefully boosted into the 90s, and of course stamina. Back in the Champions League and pushing for more success. So let's see if he can guide United back to the promised land, as the board want us to at least win one piece of silverware. It's a Euros year and Sancho's performances have warranted him that national team call-up. He's back in Southgate's plans. He's jet-setting on international duty with the Three Lions, and he's back in that left winger spot. Him, Ollie Watkins and Saka, the front three trident. Get used to it, people. Sancho is back balling on the international scene and could potentially get that 2024 Euros call-up too. All things are looking good on Sancho's personal career front, but with United, he's kind of left us in a sticky situation, missing out on Champions League football, getting that Europa in 5th, seeing Man City walk away with the title again as Chelsea, Spurs and Arsenal by 1 point beat out United. He couldn't guide them to a top 4 spot, and again, we might have to make some tough decisions about his future in Season 3, but for now, he is still a United player. Over in the FA Cup, Man City won 4-0 against Bournemouth, absolutely sweeping domestically, and United couldn't even see it out of round 3, losing out to Newport 2-0. Okay, a little silver lining here. The Carabao Cup is where United thrived, and they did get a piece of domestic silverware. 3-1 against Crystal Palace in the final. They got the better over the Eagles at Wembley again. They finished out second in the Champions League, knocking out Bayern Munich, but losing out top spot to Sporting. They did manage a 4-1 demolition job of Roma on aggregate in the quarters. They did get matched up against PSG, and that's where they fell. Not another magical night in Paris, as it was a 5-3 aggregate elimination, and then they went on to lose to Man City. So Sancho's former club, City, have won the treble. I hope he's not regretting his decision to move to the red side of Manchester. Let's take a look at his stats this season. What was he able to produce, and becoming the club top goal scorer was one of them. 27 goals and 15 assists for the English baller, a +2 to his overall. He's rightfully upset with the team performance, closing in on that 90 world-class status. With 42 goal contributions in 54 appearances, these are Ballon d'Or numbers, and that gained him an average match rating of 7.40. Not only that, he took out the Golden Boot race in the Premier League with 23 goals. It's a low tally to win the Golden Boot, and he's collecting a few personal accolades along the way. In terms of his attributes, he gained that high attack and work rate this year, and he also managed to get a few more dark green attributes. Now with his first maxed out stat, dribbling at a 99. Still not only 24 years of age, he's a couple seasons away from being in his prime, so these are still early doors. I swear people have forgotten how young Sancho is before they've called him a flop. He still has so much time at Old Trafford to get it right, and his market value has soared. As a result, he is now worth £102 million on the transfer market. With that 14% boost, he is on the up. He's not a one-dimensional player. He can do it all. He can score the goals, he can get the assist, he just creates mayhem. And not only that, his efforts have been rewarded by the Premier League, getting the May Player of the Month award. Also, wrapping up the Golden Boot, he has had a year to remember. His future at United might be up in the air, but here is the Euros group they have been dealt, drawn into Group C alongside Belgium, Romania, and the Czech Republic. It's going to be tricky, but we all know in international competitions, anything can happen. It's happened again. It's happened again. There is just no way. There is no way. It was a Euro 2020 final replay, and Italy literally win the exact same way they won in 2020 on penalties after it was 1-1 in extra time, and Sancho falls at the final hurdle with his nation. I hope he didn't miss a penalty like he did in 2020. What a run from England it was, though. After they came second in the group to Belgium, they managed to take down Austria in the quarterfinals 2-1, and then managed to get by Norway 2-1. So a little bit of an easy run to the final. Still in the old school Euros format. Hey, I don't make the results, I just report them. It's not coming home, lads. It's just not coming home. I don't know, maybe the 2026 World Cup is their year, as Sancho, Kane and Saka couldn't get the job done. Surely the FA are considering sacking Southgate. Like, with this team, how is he not winning a trophy? Sancho's stats for the Euros were as followed. He actually managed to make a pretty decent impact with 3 goals in 5 appearances, outscoring his competition Phil Foden with 2 goals, but Harry Kane was the top goal scorer. It looks like he's translating his club form on the international scene, which is nice to see, but it's not resulting in any silverware. I'm sure Kane will know all about that. Now that the Euros are over, we can focus on Sancho's club status, and at the moment, we're just going to put him on the transfer list to see what clubs are interested. A player of his world-class quality needs to be playing Champions League football. In the meantime, though, we will be playing a different development plan with the wide playmaker now being activated. Hopefully that can get him across the line and into the 90s. I think Sancho's earned the captain's armband. Whether he's staying or going, the ex-Man City Academy player deserves to be captain of their crosstown rival. rivals. As a United fan, you love to see it. He doesn't want to go. He doesn't want to go and play football anywhere else. His heart's in Manchester, but for the sake of his career, I'm just looking at options. I'm keeping it 100. The first offer has arrived through the door, and it is a club I had no idea had this kind of money lying around. Atalanta, or Bergamo Calcio, as they are in FIFA 23. £122 million. Not bad, but I don't think that's a step up in my opinion. I'm sorry, but we'll be rejecting that offer for now. Oh, this time it is an English outfit, Chelsea. Surely not. I don't think so. Way too unrealistic. They've offered more money than Atalanta, plus a player, Ben Chilwell. There's no way. I'm not letting that one happen, especially to a Premier League rival. So Graham Potter, I'm not even going to let you get the chance. They couldn't live with their own failure. So where did that bring them? Back to Sancho. Yeah, Man City have come crawling back to their former prodigal son. After giving up on him all those years ago, now they've offered up £89.9 million plus Bernardo Silva. Yeah, I'm sorry. That is a flat out rejection. There is no way I'm sending him to the other side of the city. Sancho ain't no mercenary. I'll tell you that for free. I know it's cool seeing all these different offers come in for Sancho, but I just don't think they're the logical next step. Like Villarreal, it just doesn't feel like the right move. I know it kind of defeats the whole purpose of me putting him on the transfer list, but I'm just waiting for the right offer. The key is patience here. Okay, I get it. When people say career mode is unrealistic, they're referring to things like this, like Leicester City coming through with a £170 million bid plus Silas. I'm sorry to crush your dream, Foxes fans, but it's just not happening for our now 90 rated baller. Deadline day is upon us, and that hasn't stopped more offers coming through, this time from the likes of Arsenal, Monaco, both offering up 147 million, and then the old enemy Bayern Munich. I was literally on the verge of accepting this one, and then I remembered Sancho's Dortmund history. I just couldn't do that to BVB. I feel sorry for them. They've just had way too many club heroes leave for Bayern Munich over the years. We'll be rejecting that one. Sancho's staying at United for one more year. It's an executive decision. I think he deserves one last dance. He's now one of the world's best and could potentially be up there for a top 4 Ballon d'Or nomination. Considering Sancho staying at Old Trafford, we decided to bolster up his backup brigade with bringing in the likes of Tapsoba, Raspadori off the bench, Serginho Dest, and we went all out to get a proven top goal scorer. Dusan Vlahovic swapped him out with Marcus Rashford. I should feel bad, I should feel sorry, but I guess they get to play with each other on the international scene with England. His 4th stint at United, here goes nothing. Rejecting temptations from other English clubs, keeping Jadon at United, it proved to be one of the right decisions, as the Red Devils, for the first time since 2013, have taken home the Premier League title with 86 points. He has guided them to a league win over crosstown rivals, his former team City, by 6 points. It's been an outstanding showing from the boys, and I'm sure those summer signings bolstered their chances, as over in the FA Cup, things didn't go to plan at Wembley, losing out 4-1 to Chelsea in the big dance and couldn't take home a domestic double. The Carabao Cup proved pretty much a similar story, with the Blues taking it home and United getting knocked out pretty early on, Jadon losing out to Millwall on penalties in round 4. However, over in the Europa League, they finished top of their group, undefeated in Group B, 14 points on the board, and the round of 16 saw them out against Stade Rennais 4-2. In the quarterfinals, they did knock out Napoli 3-1 and found themselves losing in a semi-final clash to Lyon 4-3. Ajax went on to win the whole thing, and it's another piece of silverware gone begging. The board aren't too happy with us, but at least Sancho got to add a Premier League medal to his cabinet. This season didn't completely go to waste, focusing pretty much everything on the Premier League. Let's see how much of a crucial role he played as we check the top goal scorer at the club, and it's Dusan Vlahovic, but not too far behind him with 34 goals. It's our boy Jadon Sancho, and he really got into his goal scoring bag this year. He's proved in years gone by that he can do it both, score and create. However, this time around, he was a savage in front of goal. With a total of 42 goal contributions in 58 appearances, this man is a menace. Receiving a +2 in overall, he's one of the world's best. However, this could be his final farewell as we change up his development plan to inverted winger. His closest attribute to maxing out next is ball control, sitting at a 97. It makes for some sensational reading, as he is now valued on the transfer market at £135 million. With a campaign putting up those numbers, it boosted him up 11%. He also lost out to Heung-min Son in the Golden Boot race, scoring more than last season. However, Son managed to outscore both our boys with 26. About to enter his prime with the Ballon d'Or on his mind, lifting the Premier League title for United must have been a dream come true. The peak of his career, but time for season 4. I think it is the right time to join a big European contender. It's gonna be yet another summer stuck on the transfer list, as he has gone up to a 92 overall over the summer break. In the meantime though, we'll be applying the wide playmaker development plan. he'll still be working in Carrington. This time around, with his transfer listing, we've actually got the kid on board. Sancho's approached us and said he's not unhappy about it. He actually does want to move. Well, look who have come knocking again. It's Arsenal this time, offering up £137.9 million plus Philip Kostic. Yeah, I rejected you once, I'm gonna reject you again. I know I've rejected multiple offers from bigger clubs, however, Milan have come through with an £178.3 million bid. I know the likes of RB Leipzig came through as well, but he's already played in Germany. He can play outside the UK. He can do it in other leagues. I want to see if Sancho can put up similar numbers in Italy, where the defenses are so much more tactical and structured. There you go, just like that, Erik ten Hag is walking probably one of the best United players out of the club. He's revived his career, he's won the team silverware, becoming the club captain, and has proven his world-class credentials time and time again. But it is time to move on to pastures new challenges await, and his legacy at United will be cherished forever as the deal goes through. The final fee agreed, £178.3 million. I don't know what this move is going to do for his Ballon d'Or nominations or his Ballon d'Or credentials to be in the top 4. It's a statement signing from the Italian giants, and they've got Champions League football. He picks up the cursed number 9 for Milan. Is it a bad omen, or is it going to continue to thrive over in Italy? Only time will tell. And here is the Milan squad he has joined. We already have an 88 rated Diaby on his spot, but we can easily just swap him over to the right hand side. Just like that, it is plug and play straight into the starting 11. This front three of De Ketelaere, Diaby and Sancho is just as dangerous as what we had at United. He waltzes into this roster as the highest overall outfield player, the best player at the club. The man has it all to do as he is one of the main puzzle pieces. It's a World Cup year as he joins a 5-star Milan. It's the season 4 Ballon d'Or nominees 2025's player of the year, and it looks like the two ex-teammates of Sancho have been highlighted in the top 4, both Antony and Vlahovic, and it's the two formidable foes. When it comes to the Ballon d'Or race in career mode, Haaland and Mbappe, so Sancho not even considered. Let's see if that changes in 2026 with his time in Italy. He's gone back-to-back league champions, taking home the Barclays last year, and now champion of Italy. With Milan, 90 points gained, finishing top of the tree. You love to see it, and he captained the side to a Scudetto. And over in the Coppa Italia, they take home the Italian double. Sancho killing it wherever he goes, proving that no matter what the country, he can win silverware, he can take home the big prizes, and all that with the chance to win the tripletta against 2010's tripletta winners and rivals Inter. It's come full circle. 2026 big dance, the Champions League final, in a fight for the Holy Grail in albeit a World Cup year. It's 2026 and England have qualified over in Group G. They are drawn up against Poland, Qatar and Sweden, so surely they take it home. At least finishing top of the group would be a minimum there, but that's what we got to focus on after the Champions League final. The question is, how much did Sancho contribute to the Rossoneri's rise to the top and potentially gaining the Scudetto? Yeah, the squad hub's kind of broken at the moment. Can't see any of the season stats, so we're gonna have to go in and play this Champions League final. I've got no idea how he actually performed this year, if he was worth all the money or was just yet another cog in the machine. However, we'll be taking on the old enemy to see how Sancho plays in game. Does he actually have the ability of a 92 rated baller, or is it all smoke and mirrors? Well, I guess tonight the number 9 can actually go ahead and prove himself on the biggest of stages, maybe even help his Ballon d'Or credentials. He's a top 4 nomination would be nice, and he also has the chance to impress Gareth Southgate because he's been replaced by Phil Foden in the England starting 11, so that's a problem. Here to win Milan's 8th Champions League title, let's get this show on the road. Already! Oh my goodness me. Mate, they've got families, Jadon. Leave them be. What is going on? What is going on already? Well, we started off the worst possible way. Darwin Núñez opens the scoring. Jadon Sancho's skill show lasted for about 2 seconds, and we've already hit the back foot. Brilliant. Can find the perfect ball in the outside. It's Sancho on the ball. Cuts back in, he finds Theo Hernandez on the run. Theo Hernandez going to go for the shot, and he falls over. Brilliant win back by Tonali. Now De Ketelaere finding Sancho on the inside. Fools his defender on his weak foot. He has no weak foot. 5-star weak foot. And it's Jadon Sancho to announce himself on the biggest of stages. If he already wasn't hitting the mainstream, he is now showcasing to the world how he's revived his career, taken a massive leap to Milan, and already in his first year, guiding them to a potential treble win. He's a big game player, alright. And yeah, it's the last time you dare disrespect our boy. He was born on the streets. He was made on the streets. Oh no. Oh no. Darwin Núñez. Big tackle from Timber. And it's a massive save from Mike Magnan in between the sticks to keep the scores level. Tomori's on the case, but he can't stop that. And Mike Magnan has to come to our rescue. Oh, big interception there from Urian Timber. And now Sancho on the inside, trying to fool his defenders. Cuts it out to Diaby, makes an attacking run. We need the cutback from Teo Hernandez, and it's another venomous strike, but Onana. Sancho's at the back stick. Let's try to find him. Jadon Sancho, it's not the ideal ball, but he goes for the spectacular. Elise can find Sancho on the outside. A nice little flick around, and the shot wasn't powerful. Now back on the inside, tries to wriggle his way around. How's that not a penalty, ref? He's literally gotten rugby tackled in the box. He's been manhandled to the floor, and VAR sees nothing wrong with it. Everyone wants a touch of the ball right now, as Sancho tried to get the shot away, and again he's been manhandled. Oh God, what a ball, what a ball, what a ball! How has that happened then? How has that happened? Inter with a Hail Mary through ball, and all of a sudden Darwin Núñez. Inter find a way after applying the pressure all second half. They get one lucky break. Our defense caught napping, and Sancho's Champions League hopes are now hanging by a thread. According to the ref, can we send it into extra time to Ketelarié? He's one-on-one with his defender. The Belgian's got the pace, and all of a sudden he's with Onana. It's an 86th-minute equaliser, and it wasn't Sancho. He had nothing to do with that play, but Milan have gotten themselves the goal after so many chances. We've taken the opportunity, and Sancho has been given a lifeline. Nowhere near the play. Here we go. Enzo. Sancho, ball over the top. It's Michael Elise to finish, and how has he fluffed his lines? It was put on a silver platter, and he got too excited. He saw the headlines. Lautaro. Oh, how's he missed that tackle? How has our defender literally nearly lost us the Champions League final? And lucky Lautaro did what Elise did at the other end. See if Inter's defense can handle him. He's lost Denzel Dumfries, and already he's entered the box in added time. He's going to try across that inside. It's Michael Elise, the English connection, and already, if only it was golden goal, the English Milan superstars link up, and Michael Elise, who missed his golden chance to win it in the dying embers, gets that Sancho assist again, and he doesn't make no mistake here. It's Sancho with a goal and an assist in this Champions League final. That could potentially go on and win the Rossoneri their 8th European title. What a ball. Couldn't get any more in the corner as Onana was left scrambling. Oh dear, Darwin Núñez trying to get that equaliser, and Mike Magnan, take a bow, you sexy Frenchman. Do I even need to say anything anymore? It's Mikel Elise trying to return the favour. Sancho's onside, and Jadon Sancho to finish it off. They did it the hard way. Sancho had to really dig deep towards the end, but he's gone and done it, man. Premier League champion, Serie A champion, an FA Cup in his closet. No matter where he goes, success follows. He's just got that Midas touch. Reviving his club career, bringing United success, taking his form elsewhere, which isn't usually what British players do. However, he's found success outside the UK, redeemed his relationship with Gareth Southgate and the Three Lions, and it's Champions League down. He is ready to take on the World Cup in 2026. With the sleeve tats in all their glory, getting to lift up the Holy Grail, it is such a beautiful sight to behold. Jadon Sancho, he's officially back. Winning isn't just a choice, it's a lifestyle. Winning the tripletta for Milan, it's no ordinary feat. He is literally ingrained himself in club history, and these were the kind of stats he put up this season, not growing whatsoever. For the first campaign in his life, there was no growth. However, he's 26, entering his prime. He's peaked. He's pretty much hit his ceiling as he scored 33 goals and 18 assists in 56 appearances. Domestically or continentally, he has killed it with an average match rating of 7.76. That is one of the highest I've seen in these player growth tests so far this year, with 51 goal contributions in 56 appearances. It is out of this world stuff. Double figures in both departments, which has just come naturally to him at this point. It's crazy to think about, considering he only has one maxed out attribute, 99 dribbling. Kind of plateauing and being a stable asset. He's the most valuable on the roster, now standing at 138.5 million. Despite having one of the best individual seasons you'll ever see, Phil Foden has been selected by Gareth Southgate over him in that left winger position. I kind of had a feeling this would happen, I'm not gonna lie. Is it coming home in 2020? 2026. I guess this is their last chance, or Sancho's last dance. Here in Group G, they topped it, which we did predict, finishing undefeated with 7 points. Over in the round of 16, they took down Denmark 3-1. Over in the quarters, they defeated bitter rivals Germany 2-1, which would have been ever so satisfying, and taken down Norway in the process 3-0 to book themselves a spot in the World Cup final, and they're up against Oranje, the Netherlands. Oh boy, things are about to get saucy. We'll deploy Foden at cam, get Mason Mount out of this team. What does he even do? How is Bellingham not starting for one? Okay, that looks a little bit better now. Finally, can he add that icing on top of the cake, complete his redemption arc, and fulfill this revival, the treble with Milan? We're gonna go ahead and quick sim it. Let's see what the result is. It's 3-2 England, with his ex-teammate Marcus Rashford getting the job done, scoring a double, cancelling out Memphis Depay. His teammate Timber got the equaliser, but it was Saka in the end to get the final nail in the coffin, the winner for the Three Lions. Sancho got to go ahead and lift the biggest prize in football as well. He's a world champion, a European champion, an English champion, an Italian champion. He has just got winning vibes running through his veins. He's also been named in the team of the tournament, which consists of the likes of Brian Brobby, Haaland, Odegaard. He's up there with some of the best, and surely has to be a contender for the Ballon d'Or. With a season or a World Cup campaign like this tournament, scoring 3 goals, 2 assists, 5 goal contributions in 7 appearances. Meanwhile, Foden, who is his Ballon d'Or rival, also managed to do a bit of damage at this World Cup. Going to be an old-fashioned classic English scrap for the golden ball. Now let's see what season 5 has to provide, as he's done literally everything at club and international level. It is time to focus on himself, to get those personal accolades racked up. Let's shake things up a bit. I want to see what happens. You know what? Centre forward. It's going to take 97 weeks, but why not? He needs a new challenge. Do we consider a villain era for Jadon Sancho? That is the main question right now, taunting me as a move to England, or back to England, it seems on the cards right now. Manchester City wanting to acquire his services for £185.7 million. I want to wait till the Ballon d'Or ceremony is over, then we'll consider other options. Now this is just getting laughable. Spurs? Really? Spurs? Come on guys. No. There isn't a multiverse where I'd let Sancho go to White Hart Lane, so yeah, there is no chance. I don't even know why they tried. Bayern Munich tempting fate with another offer. They've expressed their interest in the past, this time offering up Sadio Mane plus £146.6 million. I don't know what it is in me, but I just love seeing all these different kind of offers coming in and just letting them down every single time. It's like me with women, just rejection after rejection. It has turned out to be a decision that has gone in Sancho's favours. We've kept him at the San Siro. He has been nominated in the top 4. When it comes to being 2026's Player of the Year, he's up for the prize, up alongside a fellow teammate, Moussa Diaby, and then of course Mbappe and Haaland's in the mix. It's some tough competition, but I think on silverware alone, surely he edges it. I swear, after all this hype, watch Moussa Diaby go ahead and take it. Okay, finally, thank the Lord, it is Jadon Sancho to be voted 2026's Player of the Year. He takes home the golden ball, and the Englishman gets to claim the Ballon d'Or trophy. It could only go to one player, and he fully deserves it. What an absolute legend. We're still on that grind trying to convert him into a centre forward, which is going to take 57 weeks. However, he has proven himself time and time again, continues to carry this Milan squad. He needs to probably have back scans. That's how hard he's been carrying this team, and I'm so proud of him. We've come full circle, worked our magic, and it's safe to say that the revival is complete. Has he confirmed his GOAT status yet? I don't know, guys. I'll let you be the judge of that. Maybe a few more seasons of these consistent performances, a decade like Messi and Ronaldo have done in real life. Losing out the league this season, however, taking home the Italian Super Cup 4-1 and claiming yet another piece of domestic silverware, acquiring the Coppa Italia, winning 2-1 against Fiorentina in the final. They couldn't go ahead and back up their Champions League title win though, losing out in the quarterfinals to PSG 5-1. No top goal scorer or Golden Boot award for him this season, as he continues to train as a centre forward. He has hit 27, well and truly in the prime time of his career with 55 appearances. Amazing stuff, hitting double figures in both departments with ease, 26 goals, 13 assists, being both a playmaker and a provider. It's in his DNA. 39 goal contributions from the Englishman, which is just absolutely outstanding. Now has worked his way to be officially a centre forward. We can go ahead and convert him ahead of schedule. He has proven that he can do it up front, and we'll start training him as a bombardier, a deep line forward, going to complement his game well, push his pace up into the 90s, and potentially get him a few more maxed out stats. Financially valued on the transfer market at £155 million. Actually, no, we're going to hook him up with a brand new contract, but he'll still be on the transfer list. I'm open to anything. Okay, now we're talking serious business. Season 6 has thrown a spatter in the works, and this time around around, it's Los Blancos. Real Madrid have come through with an offer of £188 million plus Richarlison included in the deal. It's a classic Sir BCHD swap deal. The CPU AI are picking up my strategies, and we're going to go ahead and accept that. Finally, it's an offer I can get behind, and it just makes sense. There you go, the deal's official. He's put pen to paper. It's a statement signing. He came to Milan as one of the best players in the world. He leaves a legend. He leaves a legacy behind him. Now it's time for a newly revived Sancho to have an experience in Spain, a brand new adventure at one of the biggest clubs in the world. In this Real Madrid system, he is the perfect upgrade for Richarlison and Isaac up front, slotting in perfectly to their starting 11 to complete a trident with the two Brazilians, Rodrigo and Vinicius Jr. This is a starting 11 ready to dominate domestically and in the European stage. However, their bench and their backup brigade hasn't really got me convinced, but I've got faith in Captain Sancho to still carry Los Blancos and become a Galactico of his own. Don't you guys worry, Real Madrid are taking care of him. He is getting paid a pretty penny, 490k a week. This man is literally rolling in dough at the moment, still on that Bombardier training. He can push himself into the mid to high 90s with this brand new environment, brand new league. It's Jadon's final swan song. We're calling it here, and in his last season, he has made himself a Spanish champion, nearly going around all of Europe and collecting every major title with 90 points on top with Real. The winning mentality in his DNA just continues to shine through as they take home the Super Copa as well with that cheeky Spanish double. Couldn't get the domestic treble though, as they were knocked out in the Copa de España quite early on in the round of 16, 2-1 to Levante. And their Champions League run got cut quite short for Real Madrid standards anyway. The Galacticos losing out on penalties to PSG in the semi-finals, which I'm sure the fans aren't going to be too happy about. Besides 1 year at United, he has gone literally every single season collecting a piece of silverware, and he has earned himself a +1 in overall, now standing at a 94, one of the world's best. Unfortunately unable to win the Ballon d'Or this season, but he's been there, done that. Now hitting 28 years of age as an out-and-out centre forward, these were his stats this season with 25 goals and 10 assists, 35 goal contributions, and of course continuing that consistent trend of his, double figures in both categories, 46 appearances. The Englishman just proven wherever he goes, goals and assists follow. It is a guarantee with Jadon Sancho now, and he's got a couple of maxed out attributes to boast about, like 99 ball control and 99 attack positioning, which is absolutely mental. Now his market value currently stands at £159 million. He is the highest valued asset alongside the likes of Vinicius Jr. and Wirtz. He still tops the pile, and that is a successful revival in my eyes. Even though he was an already established wonder kid in real life, things aren't really going this way, so we had to step in. We needed to get him back on track and achieving that world-class potential we all know he has. He's got talent in spades, and I'm sure he's going to flourish in the next few seasons for United. Watch this space. Let me know down in the comments if you guys did go on to enjoy this one. Whose career should we revive next? A failed wonder kid? A player performing under expectations? Let me know. If you made it this far, drop the video a like, hit subscribe, do all that good stuff. Follow me on all my socials. The links will be down in the description below. And as always, as you know, I've been Sir BCHD. Have a great day, and I'll catch you all in the very next video.